Yo, what is the dealio, y'all? What's the dealio, man? It is we about to go over levels. We about to go over setups for tomorrow. All right. So if you just hopping in, man, say what's up, say what's up. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Right. We going a little bit earlier today. All right, but we gonna go over the charts today, what happened, and then we gonna look at some setups. All right. So what up, Mark? Mark Quinn, what up? What up? All right. So, hey, did you see that? Did you see that? What IWM? Remember we was talking about it last night, and it did exactly what we had mapped it out to do. Right. Same with Robinhood. Right. Shali Shah, what up? What up? All right. So let's pull up the charts and we gonna get to it. All right, we gonna get to it. What up, Trees? How you doing? How you doing? All right, so pull up the charts right here. AMD. Oh wow. Yep, AMD is up after hours. 4865. Hims is. Palantir is. Yeah. Everything is up slightly after hours. But yeah. Genesis, what up? What up, D. Harry from Maryland? Reggie, what up? What up, Bryant? Lola, how you doing? How you doing? All right, so look. H-Town. Shout out to Houston, man. Is that Kwaku? Kawaku? How you say that? But yeah, like this video, y'all, and let's get into it, man. All right. So real quick, if you guys were on this live yesterday, you would have saw what I called for a setup for tomorrow, and it was one of them was IWM. So let me show you guys what I said. All right. And you could go back to yesterday's live and watch it, okay? I want you guys to see the efficiency so you guys know that you're not just listening to just anybody, right? That's very important. But I was talking about IWM yesterday, right? And so I talked about IWM, and then I went into the 4-hour time frame, right? And I told everybody, I said, okay, I said, it looks like we have a double bottom right here, right? You see these two bottoms right there? So this bar was not here. So all we had was this right here. I said, if we start pushing up right here and we get above 244.75, I believe, take calls, right? It did just that. It went. Now, what up, Best Beezy? Now look at this right here. We got a double bottom. We ain't even at the neckline yet, right? So tomorrow for IWM, I would say if we get above 247.19, enter in the calls, and then we could ride it up to 248.69, okay? So we gonna say calls above 247.19 on IWM for tomorrow, because we want to complete this double bottom right here, okay? So calls above 247.19. All right. Right here. What up, Key? Calls above 247.19. And then you want to ride it up to right here at 248.62. Okay? And then from there, we should be good. We get above there, and then we'll go to 251 and retest all-time highs. All right? Because we on this double bottom right here, I don't have a bearish I don't have a bearish sentiment. The only way that I would say we're going down tomorrow is if CPI comes out and then the inflation numbers are higher than expected, and then that will make the stock market come down. But if inflation is lower, what that means is the market should be bullish tomorrow. All right. What up, Adam? Darrell said I hit Hood for 2,300. Oh my goodness. Hey man, that is amazing to hear, man. $2,300 in a day on Robinhood. Shout out to you, man. For real, for real. Lola said, and you called Hood for today. Yup, I called Hood for today. Did you make some money today, Lola, on Robinhood? If y'all are watching this and you haven't, do me a favor and just like this video, okay? We just talked about IWM, so I gave you guys the IWM play. I gave you guys the game plan on IWM, right? If you guys are making money with these YouTube lives, I will say, consider either joining a Prosperity Collective or booking a one-on-one with me as well, okay? If you're making money off of these free YouTube videos, then come on in and let's really lock in so we could help you make 10x what you just made. All right. Mark said I should have stayed in Dale. Hey, so I'm gonna for everybody inside the Prosperity Collective, we gonna add some more stuff for the course to kind of like show you when to stay in, but because you could have left runners as well, right? So there's things you can do, but hey man, you made bread. You did your thing, so that's beautiful. I wish I would got tomorrow's expiration. I feel that. But listen, you smacked them you got over 300% on the day, right? Days returns in just 2 trades, and that don't even include whatever else you was trading. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you good, man. Like, just keep compounding it, keep adding on to it. You feel me? So, so this is IWM. Right, like I had said. So that's the game plan for IWM right here. All right, that's the game plan for IWM. All right, he said 146 on Hood and then 176 on IWM. Hit them both 2 times a scalp in a day trade. Hey man, beautiful, beautiful. I'm telling y'all. All right, so this is IWM's game plan tomorrow. Very simple. Above 247.19, entering the calls. Ride it up. All right. If pre-market levels are different, it just depends on how we open at pre-market levels. We could be at 248 tomorrow, 249 if the data for CPI is positive tomorrow. So we got to see. Okay. SPY for tomorrow. What did I say? I said calls above 669.97. And look what it did. Right. What did I say? I said it's a big range, and we went down to the 4-hour time frame, right? And I said calls above 669.97, right? Look, it got above 669.97 right here on this candle right here. Look at it. I want y'all to see this, right? I want you guys to see this so you can see the power in this stuff right here. All right? I said calls above 669.97. Right? You can see it right here. Right? Now look, it came above 669.97 and then it came right back down where? Literally to 670, and then it blasted off and it went to 672. All right? That's what SPY did today. So if you guys see this stuff, I'm telling you, just trust the process, trust the levels, and you will make money. I'm giving you guys thousands of dollars for free on these YouTube videos, right? We really know how to trade out here. We really, really know how to trade out here. All right. So now for tomorrow, we had a bullish day today. We touched 672. And then our all-time highs are 673.94, right? These are all-time highs right here. So, very simple for tomorrow. If we break above 672.73, right? 672.73. Entering the calls, right? Calls above 672.73. All right. Calls above 672.73 for tomorrow on the SPY. Now, we would have to come below 667. Let me go to the 4-hour real quick. I don't really see us. It's going to take a lot for us to come down, like some really bad news. But if we get below 669, we could call it the same level that it broke above, right? So we could say right here, but really this level right here matters. So 669.66. All right, so puts below 669.66. All right. So these were yesterday's levels right here. And they hit. They hit to perfection on SPY and on IWM. Now these are the levels for tomorrow on the SPY. All right. What up, Pamela? How you doing? These are the levels for tomorrow. Puts below 669.66. Calls above 672.73. All right. That's the levels for tomorrow on the SPY. And on IWM, I'm only looking at it to go to the upside because we have this double bottom. We have this double bottom on the 4-hour. All right. We have a double bottom on the 4-hour. Look at that. What up, Gerald? We got a double bottom on a 4-hour right here. Okay. We coming up right here. Calls above 247.19, right? It comes up to 248.77. If we get above there, we go into 251. Okay? Very simple. Very, very, very simple. So that's what we got for IWM and the SPY. I always want to focus on the indexes first, right? Trading the indexes. I used to not like trading indexes, but when I found IWM and I started really understanding how it moves and how to play it, I was cool with it, right? So those are levels for the indexes. You always want to have a good index that you like trading in tandem with the stocks that you trade as well, okay? Because indexes have 0 days to expiration, 1 day to expiration, 2 days, right? So there's a lot more flexibility with how you how you can trade, right? What up, Dr. V? How you doing? If you guys are just tuning in, man, say what's up in the comments and like this video, all right? Like this video, y'all, all right? Mark said, yeah, get the likes up. He landed out for, yeah. Nah, I'm telling you guys, like, this is literally thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of information that could change your life. I remember when I was like learning how to trade, I wish that I had what I was doing on a consistent basis because I would have been able to learn faster, right? I'm showing up every single day. So if you haven't, like this video, right? Share it with somebody, share it with a trader friend, whatever the case is. Share it with somebody, like this video, subscribe to the channel, all right? So, next, let's go through the list now. Let's see what we got on a daily. All right, on a daily. We got IWM. All right, so we got Shopify. Shopify looks like it wants to pull up to 169 and then 175. But that's not an ideal setup for me. I'm gonna be looking at Google to the upside. We got a 212 bullish reversal right here, right? So we got a 212. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to I'm gonna make my list right here. So, all right. So we got a 212 bullish reversal. All right, right here. So we have Google. I love Google. I love trading Google. It just moves well. The prices are good. I love Google. All right. 212 bullish. All right. What you're going to see on the charts today, and I called this, right? Real quick. If you pay attention to the strat, you're going to start seeing patterns, right? So today I knew it was going to be bullish, but at the same time, I knew we weren't going to go like super, super crazy because yesterday the range was so big, right? I knew that there was going to be a lot of one candles, which means that a lot of stocks were going to consolidate today. The reason why stocks were going to consolidate today is simply because we made such a big move to the downside yesterday. So we're either going to have a continuation down or we're going to have a bullish reversal to the upside. So it looks like things came to the upside today, but when you look on the charts based on the strat, they didn't really come up. They recovered slightly, but they consolidated. And what a consolidation is when the stock is trading inside the range from yesterday's range. What is the range? The highs and the lows of the previous day, right? So I already knew that today we were going to have a whole bunch of 2-1s, okay? A red 2-bar, a 1 candle for consolidation, and then tomorrow we're probably if we have good news with CPI, we're gonna blast off and we're going to the upside. But the charts are letting me know that we're most likely going to be going to the upside anyway. That's why I swung one stock XYZ, but also I could kind of see and I could kind of tell, right? So as long as data is fine, we gonna make some bread tomorrow, legit. All right. So let's go back to the charts real quick. So I want to get you guys to understand what I'm talking about here, right? So this is, you got a 2-1 right here. So we got a 2-1 setup on HIMS. What do we have? We have the same thing. We got a 2-1-2 setup, right? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to put HIMS. Okay. 2-1-2 bullish. All right. That's next. He said that failed 2 down, a couple candles down on the daily is some confirmation. Yeah. Oh, yep. Yeah, for sure. Because it tried to, right? It came down, came up, came down here, failed to go higher. Now we got a 1 candle. So boom, right? Roblox, not really gonna mess with it. Palantir, another 2-1-2. Okay. Another 2-1-2 bullish. All right. What up, Henry? He said, hit the bell when coming in this man's house, consuming his intellectual. Hey, hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate you reminding everybody. Hey, like this video. If y'all wanna get these gems, if y'all wanna get these setups, just do me a favor and like the video. All right. Subscribe to the channel. If you watch my videos every day but you ain't subscribed, what you doing? Don't make sense, right? Subscribe to the channel. All right, so that's Palantir. What else we got? We got Carvana. They own the 2-1-2. I don't really trade Carvana too much. We got Dell. Yeah, Dell. They had a failed 2 down and then a failed 2 up, but with a lot of buying pressure, and then the next day blasted off. All right. We talked about this one 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago we talked about this one. What else we got? Nike, Affirm. What else we got? AMD. AMD 2-1-2. Okay, a 2-1-2 bullish setup. So 2-1-2 AMD. 2-1-2 bullish. All right. Who else we got? This is TSLL, which is Tesla. So they had a very powerful day. So I would be looking for a 3-2 on this one right here. So a continuation. SoFi 2-1-2 right here. Okay. SoFi 212 bullish. All right. What else we got? We got lift. I like this lift setup right here because let me show you. So lift has a gap up to $30, right? Up to $30 up here. I don't know. It's been a lot of people talking about lift lately. So, but let's look at this right here. They have a gap up to $30. They don't have any real resistance, right? No real resistance. So if you look on the daily, hold on, what? I don't know why this does that. Let me put back on my order blocks. Sometimes my order blocks vanish and I gotta redo them real quick. So show breakers, trend lines, liquidity grabs, equal highs, fair value gaps. My bad, y'all. Daily, weekly, quarterly. All right. All right. All right, my bad, y'all. My order blocks vanished. All right, cool. So right here is an order block. This is a fair value gap, actually. So this level right here at 2035, it got above it and it stayed. So it came above this level and then it came down and then it came back up and now it closed back above it. So it got a chance to test this level and now it's coming back up, right? So I like lift to the upside here. All right. So yeah, I like lift. So I might enter into a swing with them. Let me see them on the daily. I mean the weekly. Yep. So they're recovering nice. So lift really needs to get above 21.15. But yeah, so circle 212. Okay. Circle is on a 212. CRCL 212 bullish. All right. What else we got? Core weave, meta. So this is a bullish engulfing right here. So that lets me know that chip stocks might go up tomorrow. Like crazy. Tesla, Crowd, Adobe, Webull, Amazon. Let's go over Amazon. Amazon, they're just coming up. If Amazon could get above like 221.12, then you could ride them up and they could be going up to 223. All right, so that's Amazon. If we look at them on the 4 hour, it kind of looks like a little cup and handle, right? You got the cup right here, and then you got the handle right here, right? And then boom. So if Amazon gets above 223.39, it's gonna go up to 227. So I definitely think that Amazon could have a nice run here up to 227. So yeah, Amazon looks good. Let's see who else we got. Gerald said almost a full year trading. Now December gonna be a month. I'm damn near 25% away from being profitable. Hey, salute to that, man. Shout out to that, yo. Like, that's incredible. That's amazing. I'm telling you. Like, keep it up, man, for real. Keep it up. What's been up with Bull? Man, I don't know. Bull is on Bull right now. I can't even tell you. I wish I had an answer for that one. I had cut mine. But it's all good though. Right? Intel, I was telling you guys about Intel. They're on a bull flag. They just had earnings, right? They just had earnings, so now they're up here. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna come up here, bounce, and then they're gonna go up to 45.25, right? So Intel is going to 45.25. I want y'all to put that on y'all calendar. I want y'all to write that down. Okay? Intel is going to 45.25. It might happen next week. Okay? It might come down a little bit. I don't see any order blocks here. Intel has not been in this area in a long time. Okay? So they're at $40 now, 41. They're going to 45.25 next. It's only a matter of time. So that's some more free game right there. All right. What else we got? OKLO. OKLO, I think they gonna be coming down to back to $80 soon. I ain't even gonna mess with them. SMCI, PanW. PanW, Oracle. Okay, they tried to bounce today. Oracle is trying its hardest to not lose this level, right? It's trying so hard to not lose this level. What else we got? We got a 312 VRT. Not gonna really mess with them. Netflix, Alibaba, Nvidia. Nvidia is on a 212. No, a 312. Okay, bullish reversal. So Nvidia 312 bullish. Y'all see all these 212 and 312 bullish reversals? That's what I'm saying. That's why I think the market tomorrow is going up. QQQ, I might trade them tomorrow. 212 bullish. All right, that's another index. All right. What else we got? We got Uber. They pushed up today. On the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we got a 212. Okay. It looks like a little double bottom as well, right? Look at this. This looks like a double bottom right here. Right? So it got above the neckline. So it's coming here to 95, 30, 39. And then it could potentially come higher. So Uber, I would say, I don't like the setup fully, but I would want to see where they're at in pre-market. MRK on the daily. Don't see too much right now. Starbucks is about to make a massive move, probably to the downside. If I'm willing to bet, y'all write this down. Starbucks is most likely going to come down. We have 2 days straight of its consolidating at an order block that has more sellers than buyers. All right. So whenever we have a 2 days of consolidation, stock is about to make a big move, right? But these are bearish consolidation candles. They're not bullish consolidation candles because they have that red outline, right? Let me show you guys what happened the last time I saw 2 inside bar candles, right? Look at this. Look at Shopify on the daily a couple weeks ago. Oh, look. A 2 and a bullish 1 bar and then another bullish 1 bar, right? And look what happened after it had 2 days of consolidation. It blasted off crazy, okay? So Starbucks has, where's Starbucks at? There we go. Starbucks has 2 1 candles, but they're bearish. So if Starbucks comes below 84.89, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. They gonna make a big move. They gonna come down to like 83.65. All right. First would be 84.32, but then like 83. Right. So Starbucks is coming down. But this could be the start of a downtrend, right? So you guys zoom out real quick. Okay. So look, here's a low, here's a low, and then here's a low, right? This is a lower low, okay? And this is a higher high, a lower high than right here. So if this starts to come down right here, this would be considered a lower high, right? Then right here. Okay? So what happens is, look, what happens is we create a trend line, boom, right? And boom, right? Right there. So Starbucks, based off this trend line right here, right? This high was at 87. This high is at 86. If it starts curling down, then Starbucks could be coming down to create lower lows, and that could send them to like $77. All right. So I think Starbucks is coming down tomorrow or next week. Look at the weekly. Yeah. Next week or tomorrow, it's coming down. And this could start a new downtrend. All right. So that's what I got on Starbucks. Celsius, they look like they want to come down. App, who else? Google, MRVL 212. All right. Are you guys seeing a pattern with all these setups right here? Right? AVGO 212. Okay. You got 212 bullish reversal. Okay. Let's say all right. So AVGO. Come on now. 212 bullish. All right. XYZ. So I actually entered into an XYZ swing. Right? We entered into an XYZ swing. We have nothing but room to go to the upside all the way up to $81. Their price target just got increased as well. So definitely looking at that. They got initiated a buy, right? Attractive discount to fintech stocks. They're gonna, outperform is what they're saying. And then if you look at the flow, I exited out of, but flow is looking real good for them as well. All right. So we entered into a swing on XYZ on the 4-hour time frame. Right? On the 4-hour time frame, we got a 212 right here. Okay, setup 2-1. Fair value gap, bullish fair value gap, and we have no resistance. So tomorrow, I'm looking for XYZ to go touch $81. All right, so that's what I'm looking at there. APLD. I'm not gonna trade them. It does look good though. If they come up above here, above 33.84, they could come up to $35. So they actually look really nice, honestly. All right. What else? Microsoft look like they want to come down. Delta Airlines, ARM, Apple might be coming down. We got a 212 bearish continuation. All right. So I'm going to put Apple, 212, bearish. Okay. Now, this is why I always say trade your setups, right? All I have on here is 212s, right? 212s, bullish or bearish. It's simple, right? And then usually a failed 2 up or a failed 2 down. That's what I mean when I say know what setups you're looking for, so it's easy to figure out what you're going to trade. All right. Does that make sense, y'all? If that makes sense, let me know. If you guys are watching this, do me a favor and just like this video, right? Subscribe to the channel, like the video. I'm literally giving you guys levels and setups for tomorrow where you could make physical money in the stock market. All right. So, see, Citigroup. DoorDash is on a failed 2 down. Okay, they've been coming down since 285, so they're down about $30. So this could be a bounce area. They could be going up. So I like DoorDash above 258. Honestly, they're at 255 right now. So let's see what else we got. IBM failed 2 down, missed earnings and came right back up. All right. CRM, I called this yesterday, right? I said this looks like a 2-1, rejection off the 200 EMA right here. If we get below 256, then we come in lower, and it did exactly that, right? Let's look at the 30-minute. Yep, it did that. Immediately came down, came back up, and then it trended down all day. All right. ANET, what happened? Look at ANET. Did we not talk about ANET yesterday? Who remembers when we talked about ANET yesterday? Who remembers? They were up 4% today. They didn't even gap up either, right? Let's see. They closed right here. They did not gap up. And then look, blasted off. Right? Blasted off. Listen, who was on the live yesterday, and I was talking about ANET. If you remember that, put that in the chat, man. Like, I got this stuff documented. All you got to do is pay attention to what I'm saying, and you will make money. It's simple as that. Right? Oreen said, what's the strategy? 212. That's the strat. If you are not caught up on the strat, I got videos about the strat on this YouTube channel, right? We got a trading community. Join the trading community. We got a whole course inside of there, and it breaks down everything, all right? So honestly, I need Amazon to come down to 219. Ooh, I don't know, bro. I don't know if that's going to happen. Ain't that? Because when you look at Amazon, look at this. Amazon does not look like it's coming down, right? Especially after right here, right? Came up here, right? It looked like it's going to keep going up. The only way I think that Amazon could come down is if the CPI data comes out tomorrow and is bad and inflation is up higher. That's the only way I think Amazon is going to go down tomorrow. All right. So yeah, that's what I'll say. I'm about to look inside of Flow real quick though, inside of the Flow. Because I want to see something real quick. So we got stocks, live flow. Let's look at something real quick for today. So this right here, This right here is my flow tool, right? So check this out. This is for today. Let's go look at Amazon and see what they're doing. Oh my goodness. Look at this, right? Calls for tomorrow is $62 million worth of calls tomorrow for Amazon, yo. $62 million worth of calls that were placed today. Amazon is bullish as hell right now. All right, if we look at the put side, it's 36 million. We got October 31st expirations. And like November 21st, we got October 31st. Let's go back to the call side. We got tomorrow's, October 31st, tomorrow's, October 31st. So yeah, we got a lot of bullish momentum on Amazon right here. So I don't know if that one's gonna work out for you. All right, if I'm being honest. All right. What else we got? So ANET, that's what I said. Called this one yesterday. Banger. Gold swung them, got like 30%, nothing crazy. Thought it was gonna gap up higher. So I'm done with gold now. FedEx, Lockheed, TTD, DraftKings, TSM, IBIT, XOM, UNH. UNH is on the failed 2 down here. So, and that's 0 days to expiration. So, we're going to put UNH failed 2 down. All right. Hood, I would be looking for a continuation on Hood, right? This is a 2-2 bullish reversal. So I would just be looking for it to continue on tomorrow, right? Coin, nothing. MU, bang. Yeah, MU I think is going up. Tempest. TM, 212. IONQ, Rocket Lab. QBTS. Oscar. So healthcare is on a failed 2 down, okay? Failed 2 down and a liquidity grab. So OSCR is going to be a high, that's a high watch, high priority right there. Failed 2 down plus liquidity grab. All right. So OSCR, this is a banger right here. This right here is a certified banger. No resistance. It's right here, failed 2 down and had a liquidity grab right here. If you come to the 4 hour, oh yeah. So for tomorrow with OSCR, their healthcare, I would say 1968. Calls above 1968. All right. Calls above 1968 on OSCR. This right here could change your life. Right? Look, let me show you something. Let's go back real quick, right? Let's go back real quick. Yesterday, where we at? Okay. Yesterday, we had a failed 2 down, right, on ANET. The stock went up 4% today, $6. $6, right? Same exact thing. Failed 2 down, boom. Now watch this. Let's go back up to OSCR. Look at this. Failed 2 down, no resistance. All right. And watch this. And they gapped down today. So they closed at 2030, 2038. So they closed here. All right. And then they opened right here. They opened right here. All right. Now, watch this. They're not even in the gap. So they have until here to go. And they're on a failed 2 down. Right? So tomorrow, if we get above 1968, enter in the calls and you can ride it up to $20.38. It doesn't sound like a lot, but on a small stock like this, that could make you a lot of money. All right, that could make you a lot of money. So OSCR, failed 2 down, liquidity grab. It's going to be a banger. If I would have saw this, I would have swung this. What up, QTZ? One thing I notice is whenever I put a stop loss, it gets hit quickly. Yeah, go watch my video on stop losses. I gave them up. All right. Go watch that. Yeah, go watch that. So OSCR, like I said, calls above 1968. So this is going to be my main watch for tomorrow. They might gap up. They probably going to gap up. Might miss the move, but tomorrow, I'm telling y'all, I want y'all to comment on my video tomorrow, and I want you guys to let me know how much money you made on this setup right here. This setup right here, liquidity grab. If you're not in the Prosperity Collective, you don't know what the liquidity grab is yet. I gave everybody this tool. I'll let you guys know what a liquidity grab was, okay? A failed 2 down, no resistance above, right? This is a A+ setup right here. This is a A+ setup right here, all right? I need you guys to understand what I'm saying. This is an A+ setup. Okay? A+. This is something you don't question. All right? So, this is going to be beautiful. Joe said, what should I target on Oscar? Let's look. So my price target, first price target, right? First price target would be the gap fill. Okay? And that would be 2034. First price target. Okay. 2034. Next price target. Let's see. I would really just say 2165. Well, no, let's do right here. $21. All right. That's what I would say. Okay. We got 20, 34, and then $21. Failed 2 down. Liquidity grab, banger. A+ setup right here. All right. If y'all see, if it gets above this level right here tomorrow, take entry. It's going up. All right. What up, Johnny? Yeah, calls. When I say calls above, that is a call, right? Not puts. This is bullish. All right. So with that, my two main watches are gonna be OSCR and IWM. Those are my two. All right. That's how I'm gonna beat up Wall Street tomorrow and make my money. IWM and OSCR. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right. So that's what we doing, and that's how we rocking. Okay. We got IWM, which what I'm watching, and then we got OSCR. Every day I like to have two setups that are my main setups, and then I have two to three that are like a little bit like kind of like I'm gonna look at them real quick, and if it sets up, then it's cool. But I'm gonna always have two high priority ones. IWM is always high priority. Then I'm gonna have one stock. I'm gonna have one index and I'm gonna have one stock. Okay, that's how I like to do it. That index got 0 days to expirations. It'll make you a lot of money. That stock is gonna do the same thing, but sometimes it may be better to trade the index than it is to trade the actual regular stock. All right. Just start using your order block indicator. Does it apply on each time frame? Absolutely. Every time frame. You get to see those order blocks on every time frame. All right. Now, let me tell you guys this. I use a lot of I use paid indicators. Like there's free indicators, but I use paid indicators, right? The reason why is because I spend about probably like $150 a month just on like my tools, right? Because you got to think, right? I'm a professional, right? I am a professional. So I don't want to just try to get as many free indicators as possible, because the pay indicators sometimes they gonna have more information and data than the free indicators, right? So yeah, y'all. Don't be afraid of a pay indicator. Okay? Do not be afraid of a pay indicator. Because are you willing to pay? Let me ask you this. Are you willing to pay $50 a month for an indicator that can make you $50 extra per trade? Don't sound like a lot, but let's say you take one trade a day and that indicator is helping you make an extra $50 per day. 5 times 5, that's an extra $250 a week. That's an extra $1,000 a month that one indicator is making you, that you're probably paying $50 for a month. So it's like, that's how you got to start thinking. The amount of money that I'm investing into whatever it is, what's my return on that, right? How much money am I making from this? That's what you got to ask yourself, right? That's what you got to ask yourself. So it's like, and same thing like with the prosperity. Okay, if I'm paying X amount of dollars a month, how much can this thing make me? Right? I could make you $2,000 this week. Right? So let me ask you a question. Would you pay $400? Right? If I told you, hey, give me $400 today, and 3 days from now, I'm gonna give you $2,000. You would say yes every time, right? The Discord ain't even $400 a month. But what I'm saying is, you got to start thinking like that, right? One-on-ones, right? Oh, an hour, I'm not going to pay X. But what if I could show you how to make an extra $1,000 a week? Would you pay for that? Yes, right? You got to start thinking in terms of, what's the opportunity cost of me not doing this thing? And I need you to understand that procrastination, it costs you too. Whether it's a pay indicator, Discord, one-on-one, you investing in something in your life, it don't matter. The fact of the matter is, you got to start thinking about how much can the thing make me, right? QTZ, she said, thank you for being our indicator. Hey, I got you. That's love right there. Best B, he said, you're right. You seen my percentages after. Yeah. Once you got that Lux algo, you 100% a day, right? And I be in trades that I don't really share on YouTube and stuff, but I'm telling y'all, once you get into this game and you really focus and you lock in, I'm telling you, you will change your life. Okay? You will change your life. You will change your life, man. All right? So with your if you when I was selling solar, we had this saying. And the saying was, if you work like a kid, you're gonna get paid like a kid, right? If you work like a grown man or a grown woman, you're gonna get paid like a grown man or a grown woman, right? So think about this. If you put professional energy towards this thing, your life gonna change. If you want to get paid like a professional, a doctor, right? How much do doctors and lawyers make? 200, 300,000 a year, right? So it's like, if you want to make that type of money in the stock market, you got to put that type of energy out there. You got to be willing to invest into the indicators, the paid indicators, and not just the free ones, right? Oh, I don't need to pay an extra $40 a month. I don't like subscriptions. But what if that thing could give you an unfair advantage, right? So just keep that in mind, all right? Where exactly do you mention the indicators? So usually, like, there's not a channel. We could open a channel, but I did put them in. I put the settings for the Lux algo inside of the Learn How to Trade tab, I believe. Right? Let me see. Learn How to Trade, book recs. Learn How to Trade, mentorship. Yeah, it's somewhere in here. Study sessions. It's under resources. Oh yeah, okay. So under resources, right? If you guys go right here under resources, I have the settings for the Lux algo, but I don't have there's not a place for indicators, but we can make an indicators tab. So that way all the indicators are in one localized place. So I'll probably do that over the weekend. All right. Best B said, yeah, there's trades I can't always show because when you're in the zone, you don't got time. Exactly. Right? But yeah, we do this every day, y'all. All right. We ain't get here by accident, right? This is not a accidental kind of thing. This is a very deliberate and intentional thing, right? We gonna have days where we take L's, right? I take L's, sometimes, but at the end of the day, I manage my L's, right? I know how to manage my L's, and that's a skill set in and of itself, right? I use the 9 and the 20 EMA crossover. Hey DT, are you inside of the Discord? Because let me say this, man. EMAs are cool, right? No shade against EMAs, but when you understand order blocks and the strap method and order flow, take your game to the next level, right? It take your game to the next level. When I started to understand order blocks and the strap method, I really stopped turning on. I kind of turned off my EMAs, if I'm being honest, right? Like when I'm getting in trades, I don't even really be looking at the EMAs as much now. I look at my order blocks and my fair value gaps. That's what I be looking at, if I'm just being honest. So like, if you want to really elevate your game, man, come join the Discord, come book a one-on-one, right? And really elevate your game, right? Like really, really elevate your game. Because I could show you how to find 100% trade every day. I can show you how to find 100% trade every day. It's up to you to execute, right? I can show you how to double your profit percentage per trade. I could show you, right? But it's up to you to really, really, really get to a place where you like, you know what? I'm about to really give a professional effort to this thing, right? Because I'm gonna be real with you. When I was using only EMAs, I would get cooked more often than I could get cooked now. Now, if I take an L, it's probably like it's less than 10%, unless I just let the play run and then I'm down like 50% or whatever and I get out, right? But I always make sure that I'm risking, right, a particular amount. My risk management, it is on point, right? It is on point. So if I do take a L, if I take a L and I lose $50%, it ain't gonna be a lot of money, right? It's not gonna be a lot of money in relevance to my account size, right? These things are important. These things are very important. All right. And there's people inside of the Discord that sees exactly what be happening, right? This is not just on YouTube. This stuff is happening in real life and it's happening in real time. All right. So yeah. What's your daily trading plan? I trade my setups, right? I look for my setups and I trade those setups. Is that simple. I use the strat method. I use order blocks. I get in at order blocks, right? I let the stocks prove itself. I take entry and I let it ride, right? I don't know how much more giving, right, I could be. Like legit. Give a lot, right? A lot of stuff that people aren't gonna give you, or they're gonna try to charge you and put you in their funnel and blah, 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 right? All them smoothies I had was worth it. I feel that, for real. Exactly. I'm giving y'all the tools to build the house. It's up to you to be a builder, right? And the last thing I'm gonna say, y'all, don't suffer in silence, all right? Don't suffer in silence, right? It's amazing when you actually could see it. Come get to the proper steps. Exactly. Yeah, and like, here's the thing. People inside of the community, they see it too, right? There's been times where I called a trade and we took a L, and I'm talking about 20, 30%, and they felt it. But right now, I'm telling you now, I barely be losing, right? I ain't gonna lie, I barely be losing, right? Appreciate that, Gerald. I got ways to go, man, but I appreciate that, right? Adam said, I used the strat properly today, saved me from waiting on confirmation. Exactly. See what I'm saying? That in and of itself will make you more money by knowing when to get in properly, right? Exactly, DT. They can. But here's the thing. They can be used like supply and demand, but the tool shows you way more areas of the supply and demand as if you didn't have it. And it also shows you fair value gaps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's I know what I'm using, and it's working phenomenal for me and everybody inside the community. So Oreen said, I'm down 3K, I'm starting all over. I've been there before, right? My worst loss, I lost $17,000 in a day, y'all. All right? Like, really understand, I lost $17,000 in a day. In a day. And you know what I did? Went to dinner. Me and Charlie went to dinner that same day, right? So it's like, I hear you, but it's like, what you gonna do to really like make this really happen? When you was down 3K, right? Were you trading with the community? Like, what was your system? Did you have anybody helping you, or were you doing it all by yourself? Were you trying to piece together everything from YouTube, right? So now if you're starting all over, what are you gonna do different from what you just previously did? You gotta really ask yourself this, and this ain't me being an asshole or nothing, but this is real life. What are you gonna do different this time around than what you did previously, right? That's what you gotta ask yourself. because like the market don't care about how much money I lost. All that matters is what am I willing to do to make a difference in my habits to get where I want to get to. Right? Real talk. Which strat on TradingView indicator? I use the strat assistant. What community were you with? I use the strat assistant. Hey, Oreen, come on, right? Come on, right? Come on. What we gonna embrace you. We gonna welcome you, right? Join the community, book a one-on-one, and let's really make it happen. All right. The link to join, the link to join is inside of the description of this video. Okay. Or if you want to book a one-on-one, click the link in the description of this video as well. All right. Dr. V, you give so much to the process. I'm a giver. You know what I'm saying? I want to over-deliver, right? Me and Marcel, we want to over-deliver on everything. So it's like, just understand that. Like, we going to give you guys more than what you paying for. Right? I came a long way, but on 57% wins and 43% L's is what Weeble said. There we go. Yeah. And you highly profitable. I thought I was going to quit like 5 times this year. You got to pay a little tuition if you want to learn. Exactly. Exactly. Areen, Chris Sane. Okay. Hey, shout out to Chris Sane, man. You know what I'm saying? But he don't live trade. And that's no shade or anything, but we be live trading daily. And his community is big too, right? So we don't have 50,000 people. So it's kind of like, it's a little bit more intimate right now. But as we grow, we are going to grow. All right. So Meta looks like it wants to come down, I think. He said, bro, I only lost 15,000 my whole trading career. Hey, that's good when you zoom out like that. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at Meta real quick and then we'll get up out of here. I don't think I like the Meta setup. Yeah, it's on the failed 2 up. Nah, real talk. I was mad at myself too. I was down over 10K. Now I'm up 8 now with this group. Y'all see that? So look, he said I was down 10K, I'm up 8. So that means he got back all he lost, which is 10,000, and now he's up 8, which is another 8. That's $18,000 swing. And he only been in the group a month, right? That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, come on. We know what we doing over here. We changing lives. All right, so on Meta, it's a failed 2 up, right? It's a failed 2 up. So all you gotta do is wait until it breaks below 733 and then get into puts, all right? So I would say for Meta, puts below 733. $733.17. All right. Puts below 733.13. All right. But if we have good news come out tomorrow for inflation, then they could go up. So, yeah. Also, do you think Meta will beat earnings? I think they will, but earnings is always kind of like a gamble unless you know in your heart. Like Intel, I had a really strong feeling they were going to beat earnings and go up. And then Oracle last time I had a feeling. But besides that, I don't really play earnings like that. All right. 5 months trading loss 5,000 or 500. Hey, if y'all been losing money, then just come join the Prosperity Collective is all I could say. That's all I could say, right? That's all I could say. All I could say. My algo picked up your videos. Hey, shout out to that. I'm glad you found me. I'm glad all of y'all found me, all right? And I put out videos every single day. Some days I'm putting out 2 videos a week. I'm live streaming a couple times a week as well. This week we've been going almost every day. So yeah. Charlie should do a meta segment. I know, right? I'm gonna see if she want to come on and do it. She be shy though with the camera, so I don't know. But yeah, she Meta and Nvidia. Those are her 2 things. Those are her 2 things. She loves them. Got cooked on TS. Yeah, yo. Let me guess, Gerald. Somebody said that it should have a $10 to $15 move overnight, maybe $20 on Instagram, and then you got into that right there, and then they didn't beat the earnings. Well, they beat earnings, but they didn't go up. Am I right, Gerald? Like, just am I right about that? Is that why you got into the TSM uh, earnings call? So that would be awesome. Okay. Yeah, and also, so we got a study session inside of the Discord, right? Inside the Prosperity Collective every Thursday. Marcel getting ready to do it right now, and so that's why I'm about to hop off also, so y'all can get over there. But we got that. We got the course as well. We got live trading. Okay, so you got to understand that there's no way you can lose inside of the community, right? How did I know, Gerald? I know what be going on. I know exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened. I already know. Right? This is why we got to analyze everything on our own. And this is why I'm so big on not telling you guys what to buy. I don't really make videos on like, hey, y'all, get into this. What do? I'll be like, this is how you do X, Y, and Z. Right? So that you could change your life. There's people making thousands of dollars off of these free YouTube videos and lives. All right? So, oh, okay, I got you. But yeah, you good, man. All right? Yeah, Charlie should for sure. But all right, y'all, I'm going to hop off. All y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great evening. I'm going to see everybody later on. I'm going to check y'all out on YouTube, right? Tap in with the YouTube videos. And make sure you guys are responsible in your trading. Don't get cooked. Don't be doing nothing crazy. I told y'all what my setups were. I told y'all what I'm looking at for tomorrow. And then we gonna go crazy on next week as well. Did apply paper trade during earning next day. It was 6K. Damn, Starlet. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, y'all, like I always say, man, make sure you get up out your head, go get into this world, because your head is a dangerous place to live, all right? And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry, all right? Y'all stay smooth, man. I'm going to holler at you guys on tomorrow's video. Y'all have a great day. Have a great night, all right? Peace. Peace.